In this video, I'm going to show you how to build Gnembon's new 9,000 iron per hour iron farm that he designed for 1.16.2. For the sake of simplicity, I am on the world download that he provided for this farm, and I'm going to be building the tutorial version of the farm also on this world so that I have access to this farm so I can see what is going on easily. And there will be a world download in the description if you want to go see this, or you could also go look at Gnembon's world download. They'll basically be the same thing, only mine will have 2 farms on it because of how I'm doing the tutorial. There will also be a link to Gnembon's video down in the description as well. And also, this is definitely a block by block tutorial, and I'm going to make this as easy as possible to follow here. So without further ado, let's start building this awesome iron farm. And I think we're going to start from the bottom because that's actually an easier way to start iron farms that I've realized. So we're going to start with these ice paths. I would honestly advise building this farm over an ocean, or you're going to have to make sure that there's no other available spawning spots for the golems anywhere near this farm. So over an ocean could be good, or maybe like in the sky, but I wouldn't build this super close to mountains. Like, you could build it probably in like a flat area and be fine because it's going to be higher up, but if you're near mountains or tall structures or set into the ground, then there could be problems with the golem spawning. But for the sake of this, we're not like, obviously we're just building it in a void world, so there's that. But you are going to start with some sort of collection system, and because this is just a tutorial, we're not going to build an incredibly fancy collection system, so we're just going to do something like that for now to just have the one chest. We could probably add more. Obviously, if you just want to have it be like this, you could have like a really big like chest line going down, or chest tower with hoppers on the back. You can do pretty much whatever you feel like with the collection system, because you are going to have to handle massive amounts of iron and poppies going through, so maybe a sorting system would be good, anything like that. So you're going to need to go 9 blocks in this direction to start building the farm, counting this block, so that'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Obviously you need to do this on both sides because this is an ice pathway, and you don't want items to fall out. You're going to use packed ice, and you're going to fill the rest of that in just like that. Then you're going to add an additional piece of ice onto each of those blocks right there, and then you're going to put some pressure plates on top of it. Doesn't matter what type they are, they just need to be some pressure plates. Stone would probably be the easiest. But now you're going to make a 6x6 platform of glass after this, and this is where the golems are going to go, and then we're going to have lava and all that stuff to kill the golems. You're going to need to make a border of glass now that goes around the outside of this little killing area, and at the back here you're going to have more ice with more pressure plates and stuff like that, and we're just going to leave this for now. We're going to put the lava in later, but I do want to get the frame of everything done first because it's a lot easier to work then, because then pretty much all of these are just the same, only replicated 5 times. So after this pressure plate here, you're going to extend this ice path out an additional 12 blocks. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, just like that. So now from this block here, you're going to go 14 blocks in each direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And on that side, you're going to do the same on this side. Actually, both of these are not 14 blocks long. This is future me here correcting this because I realized this later on. This side here is 14 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. However, this side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So when you're building this side out, this is going to be 15 blocks long, and you're going to build the rest of what I show basically in this tutorial just the same as you would normally, only this is not 14, this is 15. If you build it 14, things will not work, but this has to be 15 blocks long starting from this block here. So now from here you're going to go 10 blocks out, and it's going to be 2 wide, so that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the 10th block you're going to have more pressure plates, and you're going to do this on both sides. Now you're going to place another 6x6 platform at the end of each one of these. So technically you're going to have 2 of them. So you're going to want to build that out of glass again. Just like that, we're going to need to do that on this side as well. So now you're going to take ice, and you're going to go 23 blocks out in that direction. It's going to be 2 wide. So let's do that. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and on the 23rd and then on the first blocks you're going to have pressure plates like that, and you're also going to do this on this side over here. And finally, once you've done this on both sides, you're going to add one final set of 2 of these 6x6 platforms of glass here. When you've done that, it should look like this, and we're going to do that on this side as well. And that's actually at the base of this farm all done, so a lot of stuff gets easier now that we have this. Okay, cool. So we have all that, which means we are going to need to put borders of glass around all of it. As you can see over here, there's a border of glass around everything as well. So that's what we're going to be working on now. So you're obviously just going to want to do it something like this, and I'm going to show you how to do one side, and then you'll just do the other yourself because it's basically the same thing. Well, not basically, it is the same thing. So you're going to have your full border of glass like that on that side. It's just going to go all the way down to here. Then it's just going to wrap around this, and it's going to come around the side. Then you'll just circle around and go back down the way that you came. And then we'll probably put in some water, maybe get some lava going, stuff like that. And after much glass placement, we have this. So I think we're going to take some water now, and we're probably going to put in all the water. So I'm going to show you the water on one of these sides and then in the middle over there, because you can just replicate over to that side. It's the same thing on both sides. So you're going to place water in each of those corners, and it's going to flow into the middle like that. And you're going to place water directly after that. Then you're going to have pressure plates, and you're going to place more water. And you can leave that like that, although you're going to want to take torches and place them here so that mobs can't spawn there. And then over here, you're going to take some water like that. And then you're going to put pressure plates and then take water, put it over there. You're going to get a pressure plate, take water, put it there like that. And so let's go ahead and add in the water on this side, and then that will line up and it'll make sense. Oh, actually, forgot to put the water over here. So water there, water there. Now I'm going to go do that on this side. This is future me here again to show you how this water is actually going to line up when you have it 15, because before I had it recorded it was as 14. Oops, we don't want that there. So just with this water stream, that's going to flow like that, and then over here you're going to still place the water there, and you're still going to have one of these pressure plates here. But when you put the water there, it is going to flow in a slightly weird direction. It'll be angled that way, but that is how it's supposed to flow. And so yeah, that's just a correction of the mistake that I mentioned earlier. We can place pressure plates there and then water right there. It's going to flow all the way to that side, then water can go over here, and that will take all the items to the hoppers once we put in that and that. So now that's actually all the water streams completely done. So you'll notice if we take some iron, I guess I have to type more than that, we dump it right there, it's all going to make it to the end here. So you don't need water on all the ice like that because it has plenty of momentum to take it through. That's going to make it over there. It's still going. And it went right into those hoppers and is filtering in there now. Excellent. Now let's move on to the next stage of this, which is putting in the lava blades. So if we were to go over here, you're going to have some blocks above that. So you're going to put 2 above that water there and then 3 over here. Now you're going to want to put blocks up here and here, 2 on each side, then 2 in the back to stop the lava from flowing. You're going to take signs. Oops, I was holding the pressure plates. You're going to take signs, you're going to place them there like that, and signs out like that. So now if we put in lava there, that will flow there, it's going to flow there, and it should flow to the sides, but it's not going to go over that, so that's cool. Okay, well, that's one of the 5 lava blades that we need. Now you're going to want to build this exact design on all these other 4 killing areas here, and you can just replicate it from that. I'm not going to show you how to build all of them because they're built the exact same way, so I'm going to go ahead and build that, and then we'll start on the golem spawning platforms. Alright, 4 lava blades are in, which means that now we can build up these collection areas now, which I think is what we're going to be doing. So now you're going to need to place blocks here. You're going to place blocks here, here, and then you're going to have blocks up there. And then you're going to take blocks on these corners here, and now this should be right over the corner there, so there should be a little gap. You can build these up a little bit so that we can actually see it, and we'll do that over here, we'll do that here, here, and finally right there. So now that is 3 blocks tall, and it needs to go 12 high into the air. So you're gonna add an additional 1 2 3, so that's 6, and you're gonna add another 6, so 3, and then that should be 12. Yeah, that is 12. So all of these are going to need to be built up an additional 12, or not 12, but they were already 3. So you're going to add 9 blocks to all of these. So they should just be 12 blocks tall. Alright, well there's all of those built up, 12 blocks tall. So now we can go over there and build that spawning platform. Also, if you're wondering what these command blocks do, that's just so I can teleport easily back and forth. So now you're going to take slabs, and they're going to be one block up and positioned above it like that. They don't have to be quartz. That's just a cosmetic thing. But they are going to be on the next block up, and they're going to be top slabs. So then you're going to have two that go out like that. And you're going to just build this sort of, it's not really a circle, it's a partial circle. It's a very small circle. You're going to have that go around like this. Then you're going to have an additional 2 slabs added to each of these end pieces here, I guess you could call them. There's not a better name for them. And then you're going to fill this in with slabs so that you just have a square platform with the gap in the middle for the golems to fall down. So now that you have that, you're going to surround this entire platform with fences. They don't have to be birch. That's just a cosmetic thing. So you can do any fence that you feel like. You're going to want to surround all of this so that it's completely enclosed. And there we go. Now you're going to need to place in water on these corners. And the way you're going to want to do that is you're going to want to break these so it's not a slab. You're going to have to replace that with a slab. But otherwise, you're going to waterlog it and then it's going to be bad. So you're going to do that on each of these 4 corners like this. And third corner over here, replace that now with a slab. And finally, the last corner. Water and slab. There we go. Now, that should look like that. And now anything that spawns here is going to just get instantly pushed into the middle here. Fall down into the lava. So now let's talk about these villager pods, because that's what we're going to be adding next. And each one has 3 villagers as well, which means that you're going to need 12 villagers for this, and 5 times 12 is 60. So you need 60 villagers for this thing, in other words. That's a lot of villagers and a lot of time putting them in, but it's probably worth it for that 9,000 iron per hour. So from above this water here, you're going to go up 4 blocks like that. And you're going to break 3 of them, and that's going to be where the villagers stand. And then you're going to do it on each of these corners like this. And there we go. Now that we have all these, you're going to need to get some beds. And you're going to need 1 bed for every villager, obviously. So let's go take a look at how these beds are placed. So the way you're going to place the beds is you're going to have 1 bed placed like that so that the head is facing in like that. And then over here, you're going to have another 2 beds positioned like this. So a bed facing there and then a bed facing in there. And then over here, what you're going to do is have the single bed facing out like that on that side. And then over here on this side, you're going to have the 2 beds facing in. So it kind of just rotates. So like over here, you would have the bed that's facing inward, the single bed facing on that side. And then over here, you would have the 2 beds. So if that makes sense, it kind of just sort of changes. It just rotates as it goes around. Now you're going to get some string and you're going to get some carpet like this. And you're going to place string on these beds like that. Then you're going to place carpet above it like that. And you're going to do this on all 4 of these modules here. And once you've done that, you are going to need to place some chains. And you're going to go up 2 blocks and you're going to have the chains facing outward. Luckily, we can place them like this now because it's 1.16.2. And you're going to do this on all 4 of these modules like this. And you should end up with something that looks like that. And you have to build another one on each of these areas here. And each one is built the exact same as the first one. Meaning, and I'm not going to show you how to build all the other ones of these because it's the same. You're going to want to replicate this to these other 4 quadrants or areas, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And when we're done with that, I'll go back to the recording. And you're going to want to do that. And we're going to build up this track here for our pillager friend to ride around on. And this is actually a pacified villager, meaning that he doesn't have a crossbow and he cannot hurt you. And I'll explain how to get one of those in a little bit as well. Alrighty, we've got 5 of these in place now, which means we just have to build up that big track and put in villagers and stuff when we're actually on the home stretch here. So I would advise starting this by coming to this block here on one of these 4. And so if we're on the back one, you're going to start in this corner. If you're on this one, you're going to start in this corner. And like, yeah, you get the idea. So if we go here, you're going to go up 5 blocks. You're going to keep the 5th block. And this is actually the corner for the rail. So if we come over here, that block is this block here. Yes, that is a different type of block. It's solid. We're going to add all that stuff in later. So from this block, you're going to want to make this big line of blocks going all the way over to this one here. And you are going to want to stop it right here, which is basically the corresponding block on this quadrant here. So We're gonna do the same over here. We're gonna make this go all the way over to this over here, and we'll have this be the corner block, and then this can go all the way over here. And that had stopped there, and now this needs to go in. These both need to go in a decent amount. So from this block right here, you're going to go in 11 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then this is going to go in this direction here. You can now also bring this to within 1 block of that because there's a 1 block gap in between them. You're going to bring this all the way to this module here. And it's going to go back down the other direction. And it's going to link up with this side over here. If we did that correctly, then this should be positioned like this, so that it actually goes back on the 3rd block, not the 4th, because this part is not an even number and this is an even number. So that's kind of a little bit confusing, but there we go. Now, let's see what we have to do next. Okay, so right here, you're going to take a solid block and replace that glass. And you're going to put a detector rail on top of it, then you're going to put normal rails that way, and then you were going to have some powered rails like that. Right here, you're going to go up a block, and then you're going to put powered rails on top of that, so you should have a little elevated thing that looks just like that. Then you're going to come down under here. You're going to make a 2x3 platform of blocks like this. And you're going to put redstone here and there, and then you're going to have a comparator right there, and then you're going to put a block here, put some redstone there, and then put a torch up there. And that should actually be, wait, nope, this right here needs to be a solid block. There we go. And you're also going to need to put a solid block right there. So now that should be this timing mechanism done for that side. Let's go take a look at the other 4 and see how they differ. So over here, this is going to be a solid block over here, and then 2 blocks in that direction, that's also going to be a solid block. And there's going to be detector rail on top of that, and powered rail right there, and then you're going to have a glass block that goes up here. You're going to put powered rails like that going down, and then you're going to have normal rails like that. That needs to be like that, and then you're going to have a solid block up there. Then you're going to come down here, you're going to make a 2x3 platform like that. You're going to put the redstone there, you're going to have a block here with a torch on it, then you're going to put redstone there. Then you're going to have a comparator there, and now if a minecart goes over that, that'll turn off. Oh wait, no, it actually has to be moving. If a minecart goes over that, it's going to delay that, then that should turn back on and send it off. So over in this side here, you're going to have a solid block there, and then a solid block 2 blocks to the side. And you're going to put the detector rail there, some normal rails. Then you're going to have that go up a block. You're going to have some powered rails there, like that. And you're going to need to put a solid block right there. Then if we come down, you're going to have another 2x3 platform. And you're going to put a solid block there with a redstone torch, and you're going to have a comparator like that, and then comparator like that, and then redstone there. And now, if we send a minecart down this track, that's going to go there, it's going to turn off, and then after a delay, it'll turn back on, and send the minecart off again. Alright, there's only 2 more left to build now. And now in this corner, you're going to have a solid block there, and then 2 blocks out in that direction, you're going to have another solid block with detector rail on it, then some normal rails. Going to put a block there, then you're going to have powered rails going on that, then you're going to have a solid block right there, and then down here you're going to have another 2x3 platform. You're going to put a solid block there, the redstone torch, and then redstone dust, then comparators are like that. Now if we send a minecart, that's going to turn that off, and then that is going to turn on after a delay. Excellent, only 1 more of these left. So right here, solid block, then 2 blocks out, you're going to have another solid block with a detector rail on it. And then right here, you're going to have a block, and you're going to put some more powered rails, 4 more powered rails. Then you're going to have normal rails. Oops, wait, no. Powered rail needs to go there. You're going to have powered rail right there. Then you're going to come down and have another 2x3 platform. Solid block with a torch, redstone, comparator, dust. And now, if we test this... Oh, wait, never mind. We forgot to put the solid block back there. Now, if we test this, this should be all in order. That'll turn on after a delay, and excellent. Okay, cool. So, that's all the rest of the actually complicated parts of this farm. Basically, all that you have left to do is fill in every other available glass block with rails, And then we're going to have to put this glass on top of some of these rails here, and I'll show you how to do that afterward. Then we just need the villagers and our pillager. Actually, I just realized that these rails here are actually supposed to be normal on the slope down. I did not realize that. So on the slope down, after these timing modules, you're going to want to replace those with normal rails. That is my bad. I did not realize that. There we go. That's fixed now. So that actually saves some powered rails. So that's less expensive. There's only ever 3 powered rails on any of the modules. You probably saw in the last one that I did that I had put 5 of them. So there's actually way too many there. There's only supposed to ever be 3. But that's all corrected in the clip you just saw. But yeah, in case you're wondering, that's what's going on. But now, if we come over here, you're going to put glass above all these rails like this, starting on top of that detector rail. And you're going to run it down the full length of this track until we get over here. And you are going to stop it right there, 2 blocks after that slope. And so we're going to resume it 1 block ahead of that detector rail right there. You're going to run it down the length of this track like this. And you're going to stop it 2 blocks after that slope. You're going to start it 1 block after that detector rail, and you're going to run it down here until 2 blocks after that slope. Start it there again, and repeat the same process over here. Same goes for there. That starts a block after the detector rail until we get all the way back to this middle module here, and it stops right there. This is the only one that actually starts on the detector rail. The others start a block before it, so that's why it's like that. But now you're going to need villagers. And so you're going to need a big villager breeder, and you're going to have extra minecart rails to dump them in these modules. But because this is a tutorial, we're just going to spawn them in. So you're going to have 3 in every single one of these modules here. So let me go ahead and spawn in these villagers, which could admittedly take a little while. So I'll be right back once I've done that. Okay, just going around and checking, but I'm pretty sure we have villagers in every single one in these modules, in all 20 of them. So in total, that is 60 villagers right there. Also, after you're done building all 5 of these little timing circuits down here, you will need to punch out the glass blocks that is underneath the solid block with the torch on it. And it's easier to do afterward because, well, placing that in is not quite as easy and stuff like that. So I would do this after you've already built them. But if you have them, then sometimes golems can spawn and they'll get stuck if they spawn like right here, and they won't be able to go through. And then obviously the farm just like gets jammed and doesn't really work. So the only thing this farm is missing is a pillager in a minecart going around the track without a crossbow. And so the way that you get a guy without a crossbow is not too hard. From what I understand, you're going to need some slabs, which we already have. And you know what, let's just go ahead and do it up here where it's going to be easy to get this guy in a minecart. So you're going to want to have slabs 2 blocks above a block like this. And then you're going to place them in the bottom half of the block, and then you're going to get a pillager. And you're going to put a pillager right there. Then I'm pretty sure that if we go into survival, this guy going to notice me. He is, but he's not going to be able to hit me. He's just going to continue to shoot his crossbow right there. And the durability will run out, his crossbow will break, and he'll turn into a passive pillager because he won't have any weapons. So you just kind of have to sit there and AFK while this guy is spamming you with a crossbow and just wait for it to break, basically. Okay, well, about 15 minutes later, this guy finally broke his crossbow. That took long enough. Are you happy now? Now you are passive. You can't even do anything. So all that's left to do is to get this guy into a minecart. Actually, there's something extremely crucial that you need to do before you get that guy into a minecart and start sending him around the track. You definitely need to place carpets or some other spawn proofing thing like buttons on top of these solid blocks here. There should be 5 of them that need to be placed, and otherwise golems can spawn up there and then they can kill your pillager and bad things can happen. So you definitely need to spawn proof these 5 blocks on these little timing areas, otherwise your farm might break. There we go, he's in the minecart, and now we can just push him along there and get him started on his merry way to scare these villagers. So if I go right here, we can shove him along. You will of course want to name your pillager as well, so it won't despawn. And the villagers are going to get spooked. However, they're not going to spawn any golems yet because we have not had them sleep. So time is at night. They all need to sleep. And then we should start getting some golem spawns. Oh, it looks like 1 spawn so far. We might get 4 here. Oh, yep, there's 4 golems spawning. Okay. This is probably also going to be a 4 golem spawn. There's 4. Oh, alright, excellent, excellent. And over here, are we going to get 4? We should probably get 4. We can probably set the time to day now. And there were 4 golem spawns there. Over here, what are we going to get? Okay, just 2. They may not have had time to do stuff yet. You know what? Let's just keep it at night for now. And over here, we're probably going to get 4. Yep, 4. Okay. I think it's safe to say all this is working. If we come down here, all the iron should just be flowing and it'll be awesome. And we're getting tons of iron over here, I expect. Yep. Also some other junk. And yeah, well, this farm is working. Everything is fully completed here. This is how you build Gnembon's new 9,000 iron per hour farm. And well, I think that this is going to be pretty awesome. I'm not going to build this soon in survival myself because I already have an iron farm on the survival world I'm playing on. But whenever I do a new world, I am going to be building this farm because I want 9,000 iron per hour. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications on so as not to miss out on future videos and live streams. Also, there'll be a link to my Discord down in the description. You can come join and hang out. And also, world download obviously in the description. Gnembon's video will be in the description below. Once again, I've been Speed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Bye.